Now, a woman from Weston-super-Mare has given up life as a PE teacher to spend 4 months on a tiny remote island in Antarctica.
Yeah, she's been counting penguins, cleaning up after them and welcoming visitors to the world's most southerly post office on Port Lockroy.
In sub-zero temperatures, the facilities are basic to say the least, as I found out when I visited Hannah Johns near the Antarctic Peninsula. It's not an easy place to reach, more than 8,500 miles, passing icebergs bigger than cities, and only whales for company. All to arrive on this island, Port Lockroy, no bigger than a football pitch, with many webbed-feet inhabitants. For 4 months, Hannah Johns and 3 other women have been stationed here, following in the footsteps of a century of explorers and scientists. What's it like for a girl from Weston-super-Mare to land in Antarctica?
It's my dream, really. It's absolutely incredible. Yes, slightly different from Weston. The beaches are a little bit different. There's a lack of donkeys here, but we make up for that with penguins. I first came through Antarctica about 7 years ago. That was enough to whet my appetite, and I've just been trying to find a way of getting back to Antarctica and being useful.
As well as running the most southerly post office in the world for visitors sending postcards home,
So efficient when your hands are cold.
they also count the, well, countless penguins. Do they ever get cold?
No, actually they get hot,
Right.
and they will just be panting, and the colour of their feet will change to try and regulate the blood flow and therefore cool themselves down.
This is the most visited spot in Antarctica. Tourists are supposed to keep 5 metres away from the penguins, but that's hard when they wander right past you. Many of the 17,000 tourists who've been here over the last 4 months, all keen to get that perfect penguin picture and the odd selfie. Not only is it icy cold, but the conditions here for staff are basic to say the least. No showers or toilets.
I guess it's a bit like glamping for that's how I think it's like, you know, like some of these shepherd huts or something.
I'm not sure I describe it as glamping, Lauren. Well, if that doesn't put you off, the UK trust that runs this island is now looking for staff for next year.
It might be interested in the wildlife, it might be that they're interested in the museum side of things, but just an opportunity to come down to Antarctica and do something a little bit different. It's quite a unique landing site compared to some of the others.
Presumably you have to like penguins quite a lot too.
You do, and also the smell, which is a little bit difficult to explain.
It doesn't smell amazing, does it?
You tell me. We kind of get it more used to it, actually.
So you can't smell that?
I do know that it does smell, and probably we smell as bad as the surroundings.
So they eat a lot of krill, so you can imagine that can be quite fishy.
We've got a penguin here while we're doing this interview, just having a look. Do you think you might inspire other women like you to do this kind of thing?
That would be great if I could. The fact that we're an all-female team down here for the 2nd year in a row, I think is quite inspirational when we give presentations. So yeah, I mean, why shouldn't it be women?
Hannah and the team will soon be saying farewell to their southern home. In just a few days, they'll be packing up and sailing back to civilization, leaving Antarctica behind them. But maybe not for long. Hannah says despite the rather pungent company, she hopes to return next year.